Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's the DFS Riddler coming back at you with another MLB video. Here to answer all your guys' questions and solve all of your DFS riddles for this Sunday, July the 7th slate. Before we get started, guys, please take a moment to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you guys don't miss out on any of my future MLB videos that I'll be putting out. Speaking of subscribing, guys, if you are new to my channel, letting you know I am doing a $20 cash giveaway paid out of my own pocket. Once I reach 100 subscribers, that is my goal, guys, and I need, I believe, 29 more. So keep on showing all your love and support, and we'll get there to those 100 subscribers, and I will announce the winner of that $20 cash giveaway in my last video of the week. Like I said, all you got to do to be involved in that is subscribe to my YouTube channel. But yeah, I hope you guys had a good MLB slate yesterday on Saturday. I broke even. It wasn't bad. Breaking even is always better than losing money, right? But yeah, it was a decent slate, and we do have one more slate for this Sunday before the All-Star break. So that is going to happen, and then I won't be doing any more videos until Friday when we have our next MLB slate coming up after the All-Star break. So let's get in a good one tomorrow, guys. Let's crush it and make lots of money. Before we go over for the picks for today, I just want to go over Draft Dashboard for you guys real quick. If you are new to Draft Dashboard or you don't have it, you are missing out. This is one of the best fantasy tools and lineup optimizers that you can find out there, guys. I'll start off by going over what we're looking at right here, the MLB cheat sheet. It does have your locks, the best plays of the slate, your top pitchers in the best spots to make value, your stud bats over $4,000, your mid-range bats from 3.5 to 4K, your value bats, and then the best part about the MLB cheat sheet, guys, is the home run hitters list. This list right here will give you a list of all the players on the slate for the day that have a high upside of getting you a home run. When you are trying to take down a GPP, you are going to need a lot of home runs, guys, just a fact of the matter. So this list right here is perfect for directing you in the right direction of picking the right players who are going to get you those home runs. Next up, we'll go over the position optimizer. This tool right here is really awesome, guys. It breaks down all the players on the slate by position, gives you a draft dashboard ranking indicating how well Draft Dashboard expects them to perform for that day. It gives you individual player statistics like projected ownership, a pitcher's ERA, OPS that he gives up, his pitches that he averages per game. Tells you how each player has performed in their last 5 games, as well as how well they are performing in their last 5 games against the opposing team. Once you do decide which players that you like on the slate, you can add all the players to a player pool. And once you do create your player pool, guys, you head on over to the lineup optimizer, which will create a really kick-ass lineup for you based on that player pool. Once you do create the lineup, you do have the opportunity to upgrade players as need be to a higher draft dashboard ranking to optimize your lineup to its fullest potential. This also has a mass lineup generator as well, guys. For those of you who do like to enter in the 20 entry max contests, this mass lineup generator is for you. It can generate anywhere from 10 to 100 lineups. Definitely a very important tool, like I said, if you do the max entry contests. But yeah, that's the lineup optimizer, guys. It's won me a shitload of money in the past, and it can win a lot of money for you as well. Like I said, you're missing out if you haven't tried it. Last but not least, I'm going to go over the sleepers and studs real quick. This is a really important tool, and I check it out every day when I'm building my core lineup, guys. Gives you a list of the players for the day that have a high upside of hitting value at a $4,000 or less price tag. This is very important because when you are trying to roster in a bunch of really expensive bats or expensive pitchers, you're trying to pay up for pitcher, you're going to have to find some value that's actually going to get you a hit, guys. A lot of the low price players are just going to give you a bagel for the day. a big fat zero. But like I said, this list right here will give you players that'll actually make value, and that's what we want, guys. But yeah, that is Draft Dashboard in a nutshell. If you, like I said, if you don't have it, you're missing out. You can get Draft Dashboard for only $1 for 30 days. If you are already playing fantasy sports, you're definitely spending $1, guys. So why not spend another $1 to make your lineups that much better? It's definitely worth the investment. If you don't like it after 30 days, you can always cancel. But I guarantee you won't cancel because you'll be making a lot more money with your fantasy lineups, guys. So definitely give Draft Dashboard a try. You can do so by clicking the link that's in the description of my YouTube video, and it'll take you to where you need to go. All right, so for my players today, starting off, I like David Price for my SP1. There are like 5 options on this slate for the day that are over $10,000, guys, and I like the discount that you get with David Price. He's real, like, this is kind of a tough slate for pitching, to be honest with you, even though we have a lot of high-priced options. There are good arms out there, but they have some really tough matchups. But I do like David Price. He pretty much stands out right away at $9,800 facing the Detroit Tigers. Love to pick on the Tigers anytime that they are up against a decent pitcher. And David Price is good. He has been very good this season. In his last 5 games, he did get blown up one time with a -10, but other than that, he's got pretty solid 23, 27, 11, and a 31. So I like that. He's got a 25 in his last outing versus Detroit. He can get you anywhere from that 25 to 30 range at 9,800. Absolutely going to crush it. And against Detroit, there is a very good chance that he will outperform all the pitchers that are priced at over $10,000. Definitely the upside is there, guys, and I like the savings. This is a slate where there are a lot of bats that I do want to pay up for. We'll go over that very shortly, but yeah, I like David Price for my SP1. For my SP2, a lot of people would not agree, but I like Ivan Nova versus the Chicago Cubs, who have a pretty scary offense. This is merely like it's a punt at pitcher. And honestly, Ivan Nova is not that bad. He just does not strike out a lot of batters. But he actually pitches pretty decently to right-handed batters. Struggles against lefties a little bit. We'll give up some walks. But if you look at his scoring, he's got a 9, a 14, an 8, a 10, and a 12 in his last 5 games. So any of those numbers, I mean, honestly, for a punt pitcher play, I'd be happy with that. And the reason that I like him against the matchup with the Cubs, like I said, he has a pretty decent OPS of 766 versus righties. This is a righty-heavy Cubs lineup. The lefties that do scare me would be Kyle Schwarber, and of course Rizzo, and they have Jason Hayward in there. So Hayward's not even that great of a hitter, so definitely pretty much just Rizzo and Schwarber scare me with their power. But other than that, there are strikeouts in this lineup, guys, and Ivan Nova can definitely get you 2 or 3. So if he can go through 5 or 6 innings, get us 2 or 3 strikeouts, and only give up a solo shot or 2, I'll be happy with that. Get anywhere from 10 to 15 fantasy points. He'll pay off that price tag at $4,200. Excuse me. So if we do punt at pitcher and we have got David Price here, we have left a lot of room for bats, guys. And like I said, this is a slate where I'd like to pay up for bats. I really love the Boston Red Sox today, guys. Rafael Devers. This guy has just been on a fucking tear. He is absolutely on fire. He is 5,600 today, guys. But look at his scoring that he's getting in his last 5 games. A 22, a 23, a 7, a 42, and a 14. Like I said, been on a tear. And I don't care that he is getting that lefty-lefty matchup. Guess what? Boston is going to be a little bit chalky on this slate because I'm not the only one that knows that Boston is in a really good spot. But I like Rafael Devers because a lot of people he'll probably go a lot less owned than some of the other bats on Boston just because he's getting that lefty-lefty matchup, which looks unappealing to a lot of people. But doesn't scare me away. Like I said, he hits lefties pretty damn well too. OPS versus lefties is an 821, so really not that much difference against how he hits righties. I love Rafael Devers tomorrow. If you want to get a piece of low-owned Boston, people will get away from him just because of that high price tag and the lefty-lefty matchup, so he should be low-owned. Next up is Alex Bregman for the Houston Astros. Everybody knows he's a great hitter. You're getting a discount on him today, guys. $4,700. Used to seeing Bregman definitely priced over that 5K range. He gets a matchup against Jose Suarez, who is a decent pitcher, but he struggles against righties, guys. And this is an Astro. The Astros are a righty-heavy lineup. Really love stacking up the righties out of the Astros tomorrow, guys. Alex Bregman has a 945 OPS versus lefties, going up against Suarez, who gives up a 978 OPS versus righties. Like I said, Suarez struggles. So this is an excellent matchup for Bregman tomorrow. I am calling it out. Bregman will get you a home run tomorrow. He hasn't hit one in quite a bit, so he is due, and the matchup is there. He should light Suarez up tomorrow, so definitely look out for that. I love that price tag for $4,700. Lock in some Alex Bregman. Next up, going back to the Boston Red Sox, I like Mookie Betts tomorrow. I feel like I'm highlighting this guy almost every day, but he's just such a phenomenal hitter, guys, and I am going to highlight him anytime that he gets a really good matchup. Gregory Soto, garbage pitcher for Detroit. Gives up 1,228 OPS versus righties, and Mookie Betts is a phenomenal hitter regardless if it's a righty pitcher or a lefty pitcher. Hits lefties a little bit better though, so this is a great matchup for him. He does have a 19, a 4, a 9, a 21, and a 5 in his last 5 games. Like I said, very solid hitter, hitting in the leadoff spot. Lock him in for $4,900. And we can afford all these bats, guys. All these bats that I'm going over that are high priced because, like I said, we punted at pitcher. So we're going to roll with it. Next up, I'm going to go over Nelson Cruz for the Minnesota Twins. The Twins will be a little bit expensive tomorrow. Cruz is $4,800. They're worth it, though. Says that his matchup is with Jose Leclerc. They're actually going to be bringing in a lefty, so it's not going to be a righty-righty matchup. I'm forgetting the guy's name right now. He's so bad. But the pitcher does have a 16.5 ERA. Not doing very well this year. So the Twins should put up a lot of runs tomorrow, guys. I do like the righty bats from the Twins. It looks like you should have a lefty to righty matchup, but like I said, Leclerc is only going to pitch for an inning or two. And then he's going to be giving it up to a left-handed pitcher. So I like stacking up the righty hitters out of the Twins tomorrow. Starting off with Cruz. He does have a 5, a 15, a 0, a 16, and a 42 in his last 5 games. So very high upside here, guys. Very high upside with their entire stack. For my last play of the day, for my value play, it's going to be Jose Altuve. I don't understand why they are pricing him down. He was $4,200. Now he's going to be $3,900. Could be getting priced down because he's got a couple goose eggs in his last 2 games. He will not get a goose egg tomorrow, guys. It's not like this is one of the best hitters in the league. He has a 958 OPS versus lefty pitchers. And like I said, Suarez giving up a 978 OPS versus righties. Excellent matchup for Jose Altuve. And for 3,900, I'll roster a hitter any day that has a 958 OPS in the right matchup. If you don't, you're definitely missing out on a good play. So Jose Altuve is the best value play on the slate for tomorrow. Could be arguably, I do like another value play. I didn't highlight him, but Brossow, however you pronounce his name, this new kid that Tampa Bay Rays has brought up. He is continuing to be dirt cheap, below $3,000 for a hitter that is putting up double-digit fantasy numbers. He's performing excellent. So I almost did highlight him, but I did want to highlight Jose Altuve just because he's only 3,900 and he's a proven all-star hitter. So he's got a little bit more experience than the kid. So I like this value play. He also stacks up with the rest of the Houston Astros very well in this matchup against Suarez. So definitely lock in some Jose Altuve, guys. And that is my picks for the day. Hope you guys kill it. Hope you guys have been crushing it. Let's get this money bag tomorrow, guys. So I'll leave you with that. As always, make lots of money, and DFS Riddler is out.